Hello and welcome back to another vlog review. Today, I'll be taking pot shots at the movie my future self warned me about. This is G.I. Joe Retaliation. If you liked the action of Fast and the Furious 5, the big special effects of Transformers 2, and the characters and camp of G.I. Joe Rise of the Cobra, then you'll like this movie. Taking place after the events of the first movie, the G.I. Joes are tasked with securing a loose nuke after the death of the Pakistani president. The Joes are being led by Duke, as played by Channing Tatum, and his second-in-command, Roadblock, as played by Dwayne Johnson. But don't worry, folks. Tatum isn't in the film for long, as an imposter U.S. president working for Cobra has ordered a military strike against the G.I. Joes. With their team reduced to 3, Roadblock has to lead the surviving Joes in an assault against their greatest foe that is now firmly entrenched in the White House. Right off the bat, this movie has a different feel to it. It's a little more gritty and realistic. No, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of camp and action schlock, but they've scaled it back. The futuristic tech toys get brief scenes, but the majority of the movie is devoted to the good, old-fashioned blazing machine guns and bullet showers. The big hoorah scenes felt pretty standard, but the humanizing buddy moments were really awkward. There was just something off about the dialogue and delivery, and oftentimes felt like it came out of nowhere. Alright, Joes, let's gear up and get the job done. Sure thing, sir. Hey, this kind of reminds me of my backstory. Do we really have time for this? Yes. G.I. Joe! Maybe others might find the scenes endearing, but I thought they were just momentary speed bumps. As a sequel, it does a good job of actually continuing the story established in the first movie, bringing back nearly all the same actors to reprise their roles, and finishing the movie without any loose threads. Sure, Cobra Commander gets away in the end, but that's how it's supposed to be, baby. Oddly enough, it sort of feels like G.I. Joe Retaliation was trying to pull off too much. You have the political espionage going on between the Joes and the Cobra operatives in the White House, but then the movie switches to a ninja flick with Snake Eyes and Jinx taking on Storm Shadow's compound to capture him and bring him to a ninja trial. But then all of that leads to a big bullet fest and explosive finale. Oh, and yes, Bruce Willis is in the movie, but it's a little more than an extended cameo. One of the best attributes a zany action flick can have is a credible threat, and G.I. Joe Retaliation pulls that off with Cobra Commander. His plan is a great mixture of ingenious and batshit insane, complete with a doomsday device on a ticking clock, but oddly enough, Cobra Commander boasts that once the button is pushed to start the device, the button has to be pushed again to stop the device. But for some reason, stop countdown seems to mean blow up the weapon and ruin the plan completely. Seriously, nobody messes with it, they don't have time to. They just push the button and the damn thing explodes. Talk about your design flaws. Geez, don't turn off Cobra Commander's TV, you can blow up the whole goddamn layer. Overall, I recommend this movie to anyone that's a fan of campy action flicks, especially if you like the previous G.I. Joe movie. That's it for me for now. Until next time, I'm Darren with Moving to Blender.